Yo YouTube, time for another mail day video. Got a pretty fun mix of stuff here. I actually have a lot of PSA slabs. I was kind of going away from them and buying more raw with my theory on how PSA prices will change. However, I've found some really good deals on some nice slabs, so I picked them up. I figure now is better time than any. I think prices on PSA 10 stuff is going to just keep going up, which I've observed even in my own stuff I'm selling. So I figure if I can get them on a deal, I'm going to get them on a deal. Okay, so the first one we'll start with is a 2002 black refractor. Got this for a pretty good price, numbered out of $5.99. I sold both of my PSA graded, PSA 9 black refractors. This one's obviously off left to right, but maybe I can grab a 9 out of that. Then I bought a lot of the 99 Playoff Absolute SSDs. So these are the ones that are the clipboard looking thing with the acetate windows in the inside. I just sold my last purple one, which is the more rare one, and yesterday I sold a red one. So it was good to pick up a few more of those when I needed them. And then I got a 99 Top Stars. I didn't buy this. The seller must have just thrown this in with the SSD cards, but hey, I'll take a free card. And I bought a PSA 10 92 Tops. I may have slightly overpaid for this. I bought it kind of towards the peak of the retro 90s card boom, but I still feel like long term this is kind of a no-brainer investment. And I keep buying them and then selling them for a nice profit, and then buying them and selling them for a nice profit. So I was okay with spending a little bit more to pick this one up because it was money that I had made off of other cards. So we'll see how that does. I don't think I paid an outrageous price by any means, but probably a little more than I would have liked to pay for something I would sell. However, that's a great PC card for me too. Okay, here's a black gold PSA 9. I recently sold all my raw copies of this to one person. I had sold a couple before that, and then I had someone scoop up the rest of them. And again, I think this is a good one. Long term, nice looking card. They're actually not that easy to pull out of packs. They're tough to grade. And I got a super deal on this. Already graded as a 9, so it's kind of a no-brainer. This one I picked up because it was $5. I kind of have a rule of thumb that any card that's less than the cost of grading in a graded slab, pretty much worth it. Pick this one up, Mint 9. These are actually pretty hard to find. This is the 95 Prism from the 95 Pacific Prism set, and it's the gold version, the gold parallel. So all you Prism collectors out there and people buying the modern Prism, this is kind of what started all that. This is the original, the OG Prism. That's what I'm going to call it from now on, the OG Prism. So really sweet looking card. Love the two photos. These are tough to grade, the foil and the chipping on the edges and things like that. So got a 9 at a great price. I was really happy to pick that up. This one's actually a pretty big card. I think I got this on a steal. These mid-90s, late 90s inserts, anything numbered under 100 was really rare. Stuff was overprinted, and so to get something with such low numbering, this is a die cut. It's also an insert. This is the quarterback class, the silver. So they were even a little bit harder to pull because the inserts were harder to pull, and then to get the silver parallel was an added level of difficulty. So I was happy to get that. And a bunch of these I bought from one seller. So generally if I buy one slab card, I try to find a couple more just because shipping is such a pain. So if I can buy a graded card, it ships for $4, and then any extra graded card I buy ships for another $1. That's pretty good value there. So the next one is a 95 Sportflix. This is the man-to-man insert, PSA 10. Pretty low pop on these. It's such a nice looking card. It's Brett and Jeff Blake. Brett's in the throwback uniform. It's Sportflix, so it's kind of got that wiggly picture to it. It's hard to pick up on a camera, but so don't see this card that often, even raw. So to pick it up in a 10, that was a good buy. And there's this 4th and Goal, PSA 9. This is from Pinnacle Insider, 97. 97 being the greatest year of trading cards ever, in my opinion. And a little bit rarer insert. I don't see these real often. It's so easy to get the foil scratched and stuff. Any of these scratches you see are on the case. I do have a perfect fit sleeve on it, but I'm guessing the previous owner didn't sleeve them or anything. But this is a super old grade too. One of PSA original slabs. Probably cost them like $3 to grade it back then versus what we go through now. Okay, and here's a green Prism out of 2019. So just if I can pick up any Prism parallels, color, stuff like that, if they look like they're in good shape, decently centered, I pick them up. And that was a super good price, so I was happy there. This card was sent to me in error. I was intended to get, let's see if I can find the card that I was supposed to get. Let's see, yeah, here it is. So this is the card I actually purchased. I bought a 97 Finest Refractor with peel. I sold my PSA 9 for a boatload of money, so wanted to pick up a pretty solid raw that I could throw into grading and have some more value in. Hopefully get a 10. 10 with peel would be a huge on that card. Love this year of Finest. It's probably my favorite year of Finest. The 97 cards. So bought that. Well, in error, I was sent this 99 Team Finest, the blue version, which is numbered out of 1500. So seller, of course, said don't bother sending it back. You know, he would have had to pay to ship it back and everything. Told me just to keep it. So I was happy to obtain that one for free. Free again is my favorite price. Okay. And nothing against the shipper. We've all done it. Shipped the wrong card, put it in the wrong envelope, you know, whatever stuff happens. So I have no issues with that whatsoever. I immediately pointed out that I had received the wrong card. He apologized and said he would send the right one out, and he sent it right away the next day with tracking. So perfect customer service. Okay, this one I picked up. It's a little off-centered left to right. I don't think I noticed it that much when I was looking at the listing, but this is the orange refractor from 2010. 2010 Topps for Brett has been big. It was his last year in the league. He's in the Vikings uniform. And then, of course, any kind of refractor color. It just says refractor. They did have a couple different colors that year. So I think they were starting to increase print runs again. But try to pick those up whenever I can. If I don't have them, obviously they're great for the PC. If I do, they're a great great card to list. There's a lot of people looking for that stuff. This one is another PSA. I didn't put this in a sleeve yet for some reason, but this is the Contender Pennants, and this is the yellow one, PSA 9. Got this for a heck of a deal. These can be tough to grade. They're fuzzy. They're like a felt. And then, of course, all the curves in the corners and the edges, and they're weird to store in boxes and things like that. So a 9 on this card is pretty big. I especially like the yellow. I think there's a gray and a purple and red maybe, but I'm a big fan of how the card looks in the parallel. And I think with the yellow, or the gold, if you want to call it that, and the gold pants and the gold helmet, I think it just looks amazing. He just fits totally with the background. So big fan of that card. That was a good one to pick up. This one, again, sometimes it's better to just add extra cards when you're buying from a dealer. For combined shipping, I do already have this card. This was fairly inexpensive, so I figured I'd just pick up another one. Jason might even need this one. I'm not sure yet, so I'll probably check with him. But really nice card. The red, white, and blue. Anything patriotic, you know, tends to do pretty well. And it's an Ultra insert from '93, and you know, one of the early years of Ultra. So for that $11, I think it was, that was kind of an easy decision there. That's what I bought for my PC. I have the passing grade from 97 or 98. This is the one from 99, and I never come across this version, this later year card. So it's out of 1500. It of course has the little, I don't have this cut. I probably should have thought of that before the video, but it has a little football that pulls out, and it's got bread on it, and there's some stats on the back. I'll throw a picture on here so you can see what the whole thing taken apart looks like, but to me this is 2 cards in one, so I always feel like there's some nice added value there when you buy a card like that. They're really nice looking, and again, you've got the yellow or the gold background, and then the green G and the green on the passing grade, and I think it just looks nice with the Packer uniform. This one is the Masters Sentinels. Again, these don't show up too often, and the gold foil on the acetate, it doesn't always work out well. There's usually a lot of chipping and things like that. So short printed for 99 anyway, out of 500. It's one of the shortest printed edge cards. And again, look at the colors in the uniform. So you've got the gold on the foil, and then you've got the green in the background. Just looks so nice. You know, and then the acetate where you can see through on the rest of the card. Just super slick card. Happy to add that one to the pile. This is from 2000. Pretty rare parallel. This is the draft position. And again, if you look at the coloring, it's the green. Looks good with the uniform. These you don't see very often, even raw. This is out of 206. It's got the nice green borders. It just pops nice with Brett in a Packers uniform. So that was a good one. Then I got a bazooka. I had both of the 2004 bazooka cards. I had the comic and the base card, and they sold for big bucks. So I figured, why not pick up the 10 of 2005? Got it for a pretty good price compared to what I've sold my other bazookas for. Bazookas kind of gained in popularity. I think the 2003 basketball bazooka set has helped. The LeBron card has been moving up, and the Dwayne Wade and stuff. The comics. So thought that was a great buy for right now, and PSA 10 of course is the way to go. And from that same seller, I also got this insert, 2001 Fleer Authority. It's not that spectacular an insert. This is called Seal of Approval, but didn't have it. It's a PSA 10. I could combine shipping. It's got a really low pop. Nice green background. So picked that one up too. And then last but not least, again, the same seller. Another PSA 10. So 10s I don't feel like you can really overpay for, especially if they've got low pops. This one has a low pop too. And again, the design of the card is favorable. It's got the green and the gold. The green on the back. Just a nice looking card. It's got his number and the jersey material on it. So this is 02 Playoff Absolute Memorabilia. Those early to mid 2000s cards, I don't think they printed very many because I sell a ton of them, and a lot of times when I'm looking for stuff, they're hard to find. This one I bought, I'm not really sure why. I'm pretty sure I thought it was a different leather card. This is the Boss Hog. I know I have 1 or 2 of these. It's in good shape and stuff, so I'll look it over. Maybe it's something I throw in my grade pile, but I pretty much paid retail for it, so. But I like the card. Paying retail isn't bad if, you know, as long as you like the card and you'd throw it in your collection and whatnot. So I've got a couple of 101s. We're going to throw those in at the end. Those will be the big bangers in this video. So here's another refractor. Again, I think I paid pretty close to retail on this. It's probably not a 10. There's a little bit of some edge wear along the top. Corners look nice though, so I'll look at it a little bit closer, but such a great looking card. I sold my PSA for a bunch of money on this one, so I was happy to pick up a raw for a decent price. And this one I got real cheap, and again, it's another refractor. Been focusing a lot on piling up as many refractors as I can. This one's very obvious, says refractor up there. So this is 07 Bowman. Nice looking card, refracts nice. And then last but not least, my two 101s. They're actually both printing plates. The first one is the record book out of 2019 Legacy. 2019 Legacy. And then this is the, 2020 Legacy, excuse me. And then this was inserted in the Plates and Patches set, which just came out. I just like this card. I like, you know, the record book and Brett Favre, and this is the magenta plate, I believe. Yeah, magenta, 1 of 1. So it's a printing plate of an insert. It's got a really nice, clear picture of Brett on there. Sometimes, you know, like the yellow plates and stuff like that, it's hard to even see what the card is. But I thought that one looked pretty cool. Last but not least, I think this one is a huge card. So downtown cards have exploded in value. And as much as I see the 2020 ones up for sale, I very rarely see the 2019 ones. This was the 2019 design for Brett. This is the black printing plate, which I believe is the most important colored one because you get the most definition and outlines and stuff from that card. It's a little difficult for the top because a lot of this was like snow and ice to look like Green Bay. And then it's got the grocery store logo there, but a really nice badger there for Wisconsin, and it's got the little soldier here in the car and the street lamps and stuff. And then, of course, Brett's pretty prominent looking on the card. This is the optic in case hit downtown Brett Favre. And then the back. The back does show the press, the wear from the press on the plate, but I don't think it takes away too much from the card. Of course, it's a 1 of 1 downtown black plate. So I think having plates of downtown cards is not a poor investment. And I got a really good price on it. So super cool one to add to my collection. I don't even have a regular version of this. I paid way less than what the regular version of this card costs to buy right now. And this is the 1 of 1 plate version that I picked up. I don't even own the regular version of this card yet, but I have the 1 of 1 printing plate. So now I'm definitely going to be in a market to pick up a regular copy so I can show, you know, what the finished printing looks like. That's always fun when you have a printing plate. So that's it for today's mail day video. I hope you enjoyed it. Please consider liking, subscribing, ringing the bell, doing all those great things for us to help the channel grow. And we'll see you again real soon.